Right now, this is Ticker News Insight.
Hello and welcome back to Ticker News Insight, where we are looking to focus on the best of business with very clever people joining me from right around the world. I, of course, am your host, Mike Loder, and to our latest story. And David Jenkins is a founder of Rewards for Erth, a blockchain customer loyalty marketing system that is designed to fund environmental repair projects around the world. It is one of the very few digital assets where a real-world transaction is directly correlated with an on-market trade. So it brings true value to the crypto space without the need for trading speculation. David, thanks for your time, and it sounds like you're doing exciting things.
Yeah, thanks, Mike. Thanks for having me. It's a pretty amazing thing, I guess, to have something as innovative as this. And obviously born here in Australia, in Queensland. We've designed this thing over the last 5 years. We've integrated things like MasterCard and Visa payment systems into the back end of our app.
Right.
And the thing is, this is not something that's coming. This is actually here now. And our expansion plans around the world have already commenced. We've just gone into New Zealand and Singapore, obviously North America, and the UK is next. So very, very exciting. And using blockchain, obviously, it gives us this unfettered access to the world market. But more than that, it gives us a tool to have very, very fast transactions and very cheap transactions, which is obviously key for what we're trying to do here.
Absolutely. And of course, the expectation nowadays with blockchain technology is that it is fast and efficient. So let's talk a little bit about the Rewards for Erth and the Erth Points system. Give us a bit of a rundown for those who might not be aware.
Okay, so I think the easiest way to describe this, I mean, if you look at Australian businesses, they spend about 10 billion with a B per year on internet marketing. And really what they're doing is they're paying for clicks, aren't they? They're sort of going to two of the world's largest corporations who shall remain nameless. And they're paying up front and hoping customers come. What the Erth Point system does, it gives businesses a way to pay on sales. In other words, they don't actually pay anything until the customer has given them their cash for their product or service. So obviously businesses are going to love this. I mean, if you ask any SME in the world, would you like to pay for your advertising after it works? I'm pretty sure they're going to say yes. Customers love rewards programs. I mean, it doesn't seem to matter whether there's any real great value in those rewards. I mean, if you look at the way, frequent flyer points have devalued over times, and some of the shopping things are the rewards aren't all that great.
Yeah.
The big difference here is the customers own the rewards and they can spend them at any business that dispenses them. So you could go to Coles, do your shopping there, get the points, and then go to Bunnings and spend the points there. And that's working now.
That's fantastic to see. And what a great idea. So being a crypto or a digital asset, I suppose, I'm curious to know what makes it different from the other 20,000 plus projects out there, David. We know it's a very saturated space. Take us through your special sauce.
I guess if you look at people like Warren Buffett and Bill Gates have universally panned crypto because there's just no products or projects that produce real value in the real world. And look, to be frank, I've been operating in this market since 2016, which is kind of a long time in crypto, and I kind of have to agree with them, and so, if you look at the way the Erth Point ecosystem works, every time a business gifts an Erth Point to their customer, it directly correlates with an on-market transaction. So that means there's really no trading speculation required. So as you can imagine, I've spoken to the biggest exchanges in the world and I've asked them that question, which of your tokens has that much real world utility? And there's crickets, there's total silence. And in fact, a lot of them actually say to me that they actually admit that 90% or more of the tokens currently trading on their exchanges won't be there in 5 years because of that.
I mean, you can't argue with those numbers, David, when you break it down like that. But I'm curious to know, just to finish for me, how can people get involved? It's obviously going to benefit a lot of people, but where should we be looking if we want to find out a bit more? And perhaps,
look, go to your apps. App Store. So businesses can download the app. It's called the Erth Point Biz app, and Erth is spelled ERTH, obviously. Look, it costs them $20. There's not a lot of risk in that, obviously. Customers can get the app for free. Every time they shop at Coles, Woolies, Bunnings, Harvey Norman, they accumulate points. And lastly, if you're a club, church or charity and not for profit, it's also free. And once you start referring your members, you're going to be earning dollars when your doors are shut. So think about, your local surf club or your daughter's netball team or your son's footy team. This is really going to be a bit of a lifesaver, especially with COVID, what's happened with the clubs. So it's a way to earn money while they're shut.
Absolutely. It's incredible stuff. David Jenkins, I want to thank you for joining me on the program, highlighting what you guys are up to. It's certainly exciting stuff, and hopefully something that takes off and gives back and continues to do so. So thank you again.
Thank you very much, Mike. Thank you.
Good stuff. And of course, thank you to all of you for tuning in. I hope you've learned something from my discussion there with David. It's exciting times for him and the team. I've been your host, Mike Loader, and be sure to head to tickernews.co for more. I, of course, look forward to seeing you all again very soon. Be well.